Okay, so here I can see now I've got Hyper-V. Okay, if I click on my computers in the center of the screen here, on the bottom right hand side is where it shows me the properties of those computers. Okay, so now I've got two computers here that are running currently, so I can save these computers. So I can save that one, and then I can click on the other one and I can save it as well. Okay, so in other words, exactly where you have left off, you can save your computer at that point. So again, to create a new virtual computer, I went to New, Virtual Hard Disk, go Next. I gave it a name. I went Next, Next. I typed in 2000, Next. Connected it to the default switch, Next. And then I'm going to change my location here to DVPC. Okay, and then I'm going to go Next and then Finish. I'm going to say Install from ISO. I'm going to browse for my ISO. And then there's it here, Windows 10 Pro. I'm going to open it, Next, and Finish. So now, when I connect to this computer that I've just created, it will allow me to connect, and then this is where we got to last time, and then I'm going to say Start. And now you can see it's going to start booting from that ISO image. It will now take me through the setup process. Okay? Has anyone installed virtual computers or their own computers before, operating system? No. Okay, yes, question? Yeah. So I'll help with those errors later after I've done the lesson. Okay. So the first thing that it comes up with is it will say, there's Windows. What language do you want to install? Time and currency format and all of the details. Remember, we spoke about an attended and unattended installation. What we are currently doing now is an attended installation. Okay. So an attended installation means I'm sitting in front of the computer. It's going to ask me all of these questions. The program that's running is set up. Okay. And it's going to, what we are actually doing is we're installing a new operating system on a brand new computer. So the first one, I go Next. I click Install Now. You'll see setup is starting. Okay, so now it asks me now which version of the Windows 10 do you want to install. So I'm going to select Enterprise Edition. That's what they told me to do in the assignment. Okay, Enterprise Edition, and I go Next. Then it will tell me you need to accept the license terms. Okay, then I will accept it and I'll go Next. Now, I cannot upgrade because there's nothing there to upgrade. So I would need to select Custom Installation here. So I click on Custom. Then in this place here, it says, where do you want to install Windows 2? And it says, this is the hard drive that I've created already. Okay, so I'm going to install it to this hard drive. I'm not going to change any of these settings. and I go next. And now you'll see it'll start copying the files. So what it is doing now is from the DVD, it is taking those files and is copying it into this computer's hard drive. And now, after it's done this process, it will then reboot, and then it will allow me to set additional settings, and then my operating system is going to be installed on my brand new computer. So this process might take some time depending on what else your computer is working on. So it's best to close all other apps. Also, like you saw, my computer here ran out of memory, okay? So if it gives you memory type errors, you need to either try it again or shut down the computer completely, turn off everything, and only open up that application. So as you can see on this window, it says Suben PC on desktop, etc. So this window is actually a new computer that is going to be running. Whatever's inside here is this new computer that will be running. Yes.
I have a question. What if you're still installing the Windows there, and then maybe you forgot to plug in your laptop, and and then it switches off? Will you switch that on? Will it still carry on Windows, or will you have to start over again?
So sometimes it will, sometimes you have to start over.
What if yeah.
So whilst we are waiting for this one to load, you can also start your installations as well. IT needs to help you then. Try another computer or IT. Get one of the guys from IT office.
All the computers is the same.
Hmm?
All the computers is the same.
All the computers is the same. Then we need IT to help us. Let's see. Okay, so whilst I'm waiting here for this one to load the files, let's just share. This one here was how to create a new virtual computer. As you can see here, I've got a computer that is running. Subain PC, that's the one that is loading. To create a new virtual computer, I click on New, Virtual Machine. I go Next. I type in the name, Subain PC2. Go Next. Leave it as Generation 1. Go Next. The amount of RAM that I need to type in is 2000. I go Next. I connect it to the default switch. I go Next. Then I leave this new hard drive that it wants to create as normal, right? Now you leave it as it is. Because I'm working on my laptop, I want to change this one to a different place. So you don't do the step that I'm currently doing. Okay. Install operating system. I go and select from my desktop the Windows Pro 10 file and I say open. Then I go next. It gives me a summary and then I go finish. And now I have successfully created my virtual computer. Let me just see the progress on the other one. Okay, it's at 89%. So I'm going to switch back. Okay, so as you can see, it is rebooting.